Welcome to episode 291 of Genius Take the Wheel. And I am your host, Dr. Evil Genius, once again, coming to you from the mean gyms of New York City after another difficult but successful, necessary and fruitful Wednesday leg day. What can I say? I guess there's two things. One, as the title will tell you, I am really starting to love training again. And part of it might be the lazy man in me that loves how few reps that you need to complete a strength training set and how few sets you need to gain strength. Could be those things. But I'm really starting to fall in love with those in-between moments, not just, during the time that I'm training, but also the in-between times when I am just kind of going about my day and thinking about the last training session that I did, thinking about how I am recovering, how good I feel when I recover. Thinking about what I'm going to do next, figuring out what is going to be the next theoretical limit that I can break in my mind about what I can and cannot do, how strong I can and cannot be. And so today was one of those days where I knew that I was going to take a step up in volume. And the step up in today's volume would be raising the number of leg press sets that I, have done by 40%. And depending on, who you're talking to, that may not seem like much if you're going from 3 sets to 5. But but I think those that are in the know understand that in the world of strength training, make sure that the buckle on my belt doesn't go on the leather of my car. Trying to keep the leather nice. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see how well the lighting is going to be for this stream. Oh, I guess the lighting is not that great. So let's do this. Lighting's a little bit better. It is. Winter is coming. It is not just a Game of Thrones reference or paying homage to the late great Kevin Samuels. It is also true here in the Northern Hemisphere that winter is coming. So at 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., the sun is long gone. Okay, so going up 40% in volume by way of the number of total sets doesn't just raise the difficulty of whatever it is that you're doing, especially in in my case, sets 4 and 5. And you know, those that follow us, you know, and Mrs. Evil is here, by the way. You know, we MMA folks would call sets of the fourth set and the fifth set championship rounds. And you know, it'd be one thing if I did the 40% extra. It'd be one thing if I did the 40% extra, and that would be the last thing that I did today. But because of the way that my training is structured, where I had to do leg press this week before the hack squat, even if I kept the hack squat, which I did, at the same resistance, sets and rep scheme, getting those done would actually be harder than it normally is, because of the extra fatigue that I put on the target muscles with the added 40% work. All right, this is getting kind of crazy on this block. Yep, this traffic is crazy. So, you know, because I had to do the leg press first, you know, yeah, I was going to feel that extra fatigue from trying to get through the championship rounds of sets 4 and 5. But I was also starting the sets of the hack squat after having that extra 40% of fatigue that my legs are just not used to dealing with prior to. So even though I did the same 3 sets of 5 on the hack squat at 365 as I did last week, it was actually harder to do because of the extra 10 reps in total that I did at 585 on the leg press. So these are kind of the type of things that I like to think about in the in-between time when I'm calculating what is going to be the next step in my programming to ensure that I am working as hard as I'm supposed to work, but also doing it smart, where I don't ignore certain factors that could lead to a reduction in performance, or even an increase in my injury risk. So all of these things are super duper important to make sure that you look at all of the factors involved. So in my situation, I know that, let's say I was ready to go up 40% on my hack squat. Well, I didn't want to go up to 5 hard sets on the hack squat if I'm going up to 5 hard sets on the leg press, because then I'd be going from 6 hard sets to 10, and I don't really know if my connective tissue or even the muscle fibers themselves are ready for that kind of stress. Did you notice how smooth that was? That bump we just went over? It's never that smooth. This car is amazing. I swear, this car is amazing. So, you know, making sure that you know, really focus on all of the, making sure that you're focused on all of the factors that you may think have really no importance, but really planning out your training to make sure that you are doing right by your body and not just, you know, pushing the limits just cause. And I did a lot of that a year ago. And if you guys remember, those of you who've been watching this this series I've been doing, Genius Take the Wheel, almost 300 episodes in. You'll notice that last year I was going through some problems with my left quadriceps tendon. Part of the reason why is because I was blindly pushing the program forward without factoring in seemingly small things that, you know, you would think that you would think would not really be a big deal. And so because I was always constantly pushing for a PR every single week, I never really gave my connective tissue an opportunity to even adjust to the new PR that I just set. But now I'm in a much better physical place. And now because of that, I'm now in a much better mental place to be constantly aggressive in a smart, methodical, thought out way that takes into account my body's overall health. And it's not just pushing the heaviest weight because I can push the heaviest weight, but pushing the heaviest weight that I can control, that I can target the proper muscle with. All of these things are just so much more important than just making sure that the weight moves. And so I'm much healthier. I experience much less debilitating pain in between training sets. And I'm much more satisfied. And I think that my progress is much more sustainable. And so, you know, even when I'm not training, really thinking about what is going to be the next thing I can do to work hard, but do it in such a smart way that I'm out here being able to kill it years from now and not have messed up knees or messed up tendons or messed up ligaments. It's kind of bringing my joy back. You guys know over the summer, I lost a lot of my mojo. And I'm still not all the way there, but I'm starting to love my leg training. And it's only a matter of time before I start to feel really good again with my upper body training. And one of the crazy things is that I have not really trained upper body very much at all in the last 3 months. And I've lost almost no size in my upper body just from going hard in lower body training. So when they tell you don't skip leg day, there are more benefits to getting in leg day for your upper body than you might realize. So let's make sure that we get in our leg days. Don't skip them. If you're going to skip any training days, skip the upper body days. Don't skip your leg training days. So yeah, that's where we're at with it right now. 5x5 at 585 in the leg press, 6 plates. I'm almost shocked. I remember a year ago, I fantasized about being at that level where I could leg press 6 plates. I used to envy the guys that were putting on 6 plates, and then I saw what they did on the machine, and they were doing, you know, these 33% of a rep type of deals. And you're like, wow, you're doing 3 plates, but you're going so deep. And I said, that's what she said. And now I'm digging deep inside with 6 plates. And I'm gaining a lot of the rewards that come with that. And I know that on Sunday, I'm going to gun for 6.5 plates. So I've been doing 585. I just hit the 25 rep mark. But because I'm going to try for 25 reps on the squat on Sunday, and I don't want to have too much volume, what I'm going to do is I'm going to gun for 5x5 at 275 on the squat. That's going to be hard. But I'm only going to do 3x3 at 635 on the leg press. 3 sets, 3 reps apiece. But I'm going up to 6.5 plates. I'm already fantasizing. And this is like one of the things that you can take from this particular episode of Genius Take the Wheel. When you start fantasizing about the next level up, it changes the perception of the work that you are doing today. Instead of dreading what you're doing today, you can't wait to get to that next level. I can't wait until I'm putting 8 plates on both sides and controlling it the way that I've been able to control 6 plates, controlling it even better than I controlled 3 plates a year ago. I mean, I think I've been talking to Mrs. Evil, like saying, hey, check out my quads, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you look at the size or even just the muscle density of my quads here in October 2025 and compared to 2024, I mean, what's the comparison?
They're larger.
Like, it's like night and day. Mm-hmm. So understanding that my progress has just been finally starting to hit where I would like it to go. I know that if I continue on this path, that I'm going to get closer to the way that I want to look. And the way that I'm going to have to get there is through harder work, through heavier weights. And so I'm looking forward to the point where at the end of the year, I'm hitting 7, 7.5, 8 plates on the hack squat. Like, really gunning hard, really controlling it, really starting to love the torture again. Because I know that if I work hard and smart, that my strength ceiling is going to raise. And when I go back to hypertrophy in January, February 2026, when I come back down in weight to 6 or 6.5 plates, I mean, the only thing my muscles can do under these circumstances is grow. And, you know, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm at such a place in my training where, because I have treated my body well, I'm feeding it well, I'm keeping great women around it, that my body doesn't have to contend with a bunch of different weird things to try to grow in spite of a poor quality of life. So the only thing that I can really do is monitor my body, make sure that I'm recovering. And as long as I recover well and on time the way I'm supposed to, and I govern the workload to where the weights are always high, but the volume is always modulated to where it doesn't destroy my connective tissue, I'm just going to get stronger and stronger through the end of 2025. I'm going to exceed my goal of that 315-pound squat. I might even exceed my goal on the deadlift. That's probably not. That's probably not realistic. But it makes the specter of aiming for a 500-pound deadlift definitely seem more realistic, more reasonable than maybe even I had any right to believe was possible when I switched from hypertrophy to max strength. So I'm feeling really good about things right now. I just need to get my pull work and my push work back into my program, back feeling good about that, getting used to the soreness in my upper body again, getting used to loving that soreness in my upper body again, and all of that. I will be lifting weights in the ocean again. It looks like we're going to be doing that every 2 years, having me lift weights in the ocean. And, you know, they don't really have the kind of equipment that I would need for the type of training. So I'm probably just going to fuck around with some jail-style hypertrophy workouts while on the boat. and, you know, just kind of have fun with it and then get back to the program when I get back from Mexico the second week of November. So, all right, folks, I've got to eat lunch and I've got to drink my weight gainer shake, and I have to look to see if whoops, I clicked on something. No. Oh, I just pressed back. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go recover. I have 1 more hour of work to do. We've got the Knicks season opener tonight. We'll see what happens with that. I think the Rangers might even be playing tonight too, so we'll see what that's about. But I'll be back here at least by Sunday for episode 292. And we're gonna see if I'm able to get those 25 reps at 275 in the squat. We'll see how that goes. And I guess that'll be a PR. And then when I do the 9 reps at 635 on the leg press, that'll be another PR. So we're going for 2 PRs on Sunday. So come back next Sunday afternoon, not next Sunday, this coming Sunday afternoon to see if I get that. And then I'm going to try 15 reps at 405 in the deadlift again, because I am a maniac. All right, y'all, we up out of here. Let me bring the lady home. See ya on episode 292. Peace.